There's a part of the pandemic we rarely talk about: the impact on children who were born into it, or who spent their earliest years inside it. These are the years when personality forms, when the brain builds its emotional wiring, when safety, trust, curiosity, and connection take root. And for this generation, those foundations were shaped in a world that suddenly went quiet. Children from birth to age 6 didn't have context. They didn't have language. They didn't have memories of before. All they had was the world as it was: masked faces, muffled voices, limited touch, fewer people, fewer places, fewer experiences, stressed adults, and unpredictable routines. It wasn't dramatic. It was subtle, but it shaped the foundations they were building. Think about it. For those tiny infants and toddlers, the world is all about faces, tone of voice, gentle touch, predictable routines, and that magical thing we call emotional attunement. But then, bam, the pandemic hit, and suddenly everything changed. Faces were completely covered by masks. Voices were often tense and strained. Loving touch was restricted out of fear. Predictable routines went completely out the window. Caregivers were stressed beyond belief, and social exposure was practically non-existent. These children absorbed the emotional climate around them. Many now show heightened separation anxiety, difficulty self-soothing, sensitivity to noise or change, strong attachment to one caregiver, hesitancy with unfamiliar people, and emotional overwhelm that seems sudden. Not because anything is wrong with them, but because their earliest wiring formed in a world that felt uncertain. Between ages 2 and 4, children learn words, name feelings, read expressions, explore independence, and build confidence through play. But emotional vocabulary stalled. Masked faces hid cues. Play was limited or absent. Adults were distracted. Independence shrank. The world felt smaller. Many children from this age group now struggle to name emotions, get overwhelmed easily, cling to familiar adults, hesitate socially, fear new environments, or have trouble joining play. They weren't behind. They were unpracticed. Between the ages of 4 and 6, children begin to form identity. They start asking, who am I? Where do I fit? Am I safe here? Do people like me? Can I do this? But the pandemic disrupted early friendships, group belonging, classroom confidence, emotional modeling, conflict resolution,